Elder Oakdorf mentioned that because the people in the Jerusalem days, or the days of Christ's church on the earth, they were called saints. Paul mentioned this. A saint is. Let's see if this applies to you. This isn't deification. This is discipleship. A saint is tolerant and is attentive to the pleadings of other human beings, that Elder Funk was talking about. A saint refrains from idleness and seeks learning by study and also by faith. This is what we're doing, home center, church supported. A saint is honest and kind. A saint is an honorable citizen. A saint resolves any differences with others honorably and peacefully and is constant in courtesy. A saint shuns that which is unclean or degrading and avoids excess, even of that which is good. Perhaps above all, a saint is reverent. Reverence for the Lord, for the earth he created, for his leaders, for the leaders, for the dignity of others, for the law, for the sanctity of life, for chapels and other buildings, are all evidence of saintly attributes. Now, with all the requests and all the commands that the Lord gives, in section 82 he calls them, in other words, directions. He wants to give us directions. But along with those directions always comes the blessing. I quote from President Nelson. If we will do our best to restore the correct name of the Lord's church, he whose church this is will pour down his power and blessings upon the heads of the Latter-day Saints, the likes of which we have never seen. We will have the knowledge and power of God to help us take the blessings of the restored gospel of Jesus Christ to every nation, kindred, tongue, and people, and to prepare the world for the second coming of Jesus Christ. May I bear solemn witness of Jesus Christ. I am a disciple of Jesus Christ, and I have been called to witness his name. I do that in your presence, in the presence of an apostle and my brethren in the 70 and the God. In his name, in Jesus Christ, amen. Let's stand up. Now I don't know what we're doing, but we're going to stand up at least. I know the Japanese start doing exercises, all right? Do jumping jacks. Standing for a second. Do we have the videos ready for? Okay. As soon as we sit down, we'll go to video 1, and we'll discuss it in 2, 3, and 4. Okay. And you want to do it concurrently, or just discussion between? Yeah. Do those. We're going to do concurrent those first 4. Okay. All right. Is that enough? Or should we run around the block? Go ahead and sit down. Let's go ahead and start these videos. Video number 1.
And what we learned, because you all know them. You have seen them a couple of times, I'm sure. And but think about it when you see them and what you want to share as we finish those videos.
Shall I give you your ministry to the family of Brother Miller? How are they doing?
To be honest, I haven't been doing anything. I really want to help them.
As Elder Oakdorf said, we have microphones, I think, in various locations. And so maybe we can begin with this question. What did you notice about that transition from the first ministering interview to the third? What started to happen in the life of this ministering brother?
Not all at once.
Yeah. Like, okay, let's go over here. Microphone on the second row. Well, you just talk into it. I think it's voice activated. We've got two good technicians working on it. So. You have another one? Oh, good, that's worked. Yeah. Is it working? Speak into it. Some of these are voice activated. It's not.
No.
Oh, there we go. Okay. There we go. Okay.
I was always told Hayes students were in the front, so I figured I'd get up first. But I noticed that he was more conscious of the people as the time went on. Yet at first he was, well, their names are this, and then at the end, he was so excited to talk about it because he was thinking about it, he was praying about it. They were on his mind. And I think that's one of the most important things is, do we know who we are ministering to, first and foremost? Who those people are? I know that we are ministering to everyone throughout our life. That's what I love to teach about. But when we have an assignment of some families, that's a specific family that we are to pray about, we are to think about, and care about. And that's what you notice throughout that whole transition, is that he was thinking about them more and more as each, interview went on.
Good. Thank you. Other observations about that? Okay, right here.
From the administrative side, what I noticed was there was a face-to-face interview with the forum leader. And then, as that relationship between the ministering brother and the forum leader developed, it was maybe FaceTime. And then the brother felt comfortable enough to make a phone call. So I think it was not just the ministering change that happened, but I think the relationship between the forum leader and the ministering brother. But I learned as much from that, I think, as I did the way that the forum leader administered.
Very good. Who initiated? Keep the microphone for just a second. Who initiated the third interview?
The ministering brother did. That was that
right.
Development of relationship.
Right. Instead of unlike the first one where he was, I don't even know their names and
the body language said a lot. Yes.
He was acting. He was moving forward to try to help them, and he wanted to talk about it. Yeah. Good. This brother over here. Any sisters? This is a ministering brother, but please, sisters, you'll have observations.
One of the things that you saw as this brother began to minister to his family, he started praying about them, and then he met the physical needs of the family, and that he was worried about the work or the job of the dad. And that opened up where they began to then be able to worry about the spiritual needs of their daughter, who returned from a mission, who was really struggling. And oftentimes that's how families will have so much on their mind as far as meeting their physical needs and functioning day to day. If we're being there for them in those areas, it'll help them from the spiritual side. And then we can minister to them and then even their kids.
Excellent observation. Thank you. Yes, sister right here on the front row in the blue there. Yeah.
I liked that the brother was willing to start out doing something small because he was really busy, he was traveling, and I know we often think of the potential of what we could be doing for families, and when we feel like we can't meet that whole potential of ministry, then sometimes we shut down altogether. And I think that the brother's willingness to start out with something small, like just praying for them, because most likely the family wasn't even aware of him praying for them. He hadn't even established a relationship with them yet. But if he wasn't humble enough to start just praying for the family to establish it, then a lot of what would have happened afterwards wouldn't have been able to grow to where they would have wanted it.
Good. What's your calling?
I am the second counselor in our relief society.
Okay, so you do ministry and interviews, right?
Yes.
Okay. So comment on that aspect of what, you touched on it several times, but what again can we do as Relief Society